All right, last but not least for document setup and file organization, I want to make sure that everybody has their 0.125-inch bleed because if you're doing anything for print, it must have a bleed. Otherwise, your printer will have to figure out what to do and you may not like the options that they come up with. If you don't have bleed here, let me just go over it really quick. I think we talked a lot about bleed, but just to be sure, this is my document bleed. It's basically 0.125 inches beyond the actual document size. So my document size is 11 by 8.5 by 11, which is regular letter size, and it's going to be tri-folded, so with a fold here and a fold here. But then because I have a background image that goes edge to edge, they're going to need to crop it down so that you don't get any of the little white lines, because there's no way they can cut down all your brochures exactly on the line where it meets the white edge of the paper and then where it meets the color image. You have to cut down in more. So they always cut down like 1/8 of an inch in. So what happens is if you give them an image, a document that does not have a bleed, and it looks like this with no bleed, they'll have to cut in. They'll have to cut off 1/8 of an inch into your document. And you may not like that result because then it leaves you with fewer margins, or yeah, with like less breathing room around whatever you had, and it may even cut off a crucial piece of information. Like for example, off the top, maybe you had part of your title right there, which I don't think you should have it that close. As a designer, I would never put a headline or document like 1/8 of an inch away from that cut line, but some people do, and so they end up with part of their words cropped off. So anyway, well, maybe at the bottom you might have something 1/8 of an inch away from the bottom, like a phone number or something right along that edge, and then it's just going to take off the little breathing space there, and yeah, it's just not going to look as finessed as you designed it to be. So that being said, make sure you have a bleed, and if you didn't do one, you can always do it retroactively. You don't have to recreate your document and start all over again with bleed. You can just go here, file, document setup, and I think on a PC it might be InDesign document setup. I can't remember. It's like slightly different. So, but anyway, it's document setup, and then your bleed and slug is at the bottom. If you don't see bleed and slug, it might be because you have the more options hidden. So just click more options and then it shows up, and then just add 0.125 for all sides and hit OK. And then you have your bleed, so no sweat. You can do it right now if you didn't do it already. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you what it looked like. What your bleed is gonna look like when you print it. If you want to preview what it looks like before you actually go and print out all your stuff at the print shop, you can just test it out at home. In order to do that, you're gonna need to, right now, because this file is 8.5 by 11 like I was saying, so in order to see what it looks like with the bleed, I'm going to need to print it on a larger sheet of paper. Now at the print shop, we have 12, let's see, 12 by 9 sheets of paper, which are designed specifically to print 8.5 by 11 documents with quarter of an inch bleed. Blah, can't talk right now. So, but I don't think you can buy that size at Walmart. Maybe Staples or Office Max, I don't know. But if you don't have it, a common size that you can pick up at any store is like 8.5 by 11 by 17. Now that's like pretty much double. I think it's exactly double actually. 11.5 by 11 by 17 is double the letter size. So you're going to have a lot of wasted paper, but at least you'll get to preview it. You know, just print it once, twice. You can see what it looks like and then crop it down. So the way that you do that, first of all, is if you're printing from home, you can go File, Print, and then in the printer dialog in InDesign, there's something called Marks and Bleeds. All you have to do is check printer's marks. Okay, all of them. This is for all of them. If you just want the bleed, you can uncheck the other ones. Let's see, page setup. Let's see. Nope. Okay.